Mouth in the lens, in the reflection of the lens, is just my mouth. It's weird. All right. Okay.
Just remind me not to do that in the interview because I don't want people to see me.
Yeah, no, well, it's recorded now, so.
Oh
no! Okay, so that way we'll have a sync.
no! Okay. Fine.
Yeah, no.
That makes me feel like I'm the big dogs.
Real Hollywood type.
Yeah.
Ask away, mon capitaine.
My name's Hannah Smith.
My name is Matthew Hawk.
This is my second semester.
This is my second year.
I wanted to be a writer, like write books and stuff, and in the time before I got published, I wanted to edit at a publishing house, and that was always the dream.
It started out in biochemistry, and I loved it. I love science.
I had a teacher at Walter State who said, hey, listen, I've got some mass communication courses that I teach. Why don't you come check them out, see if you like them.
I have to do math, though, and math doesn't like me, so I had to find something different.
The first one was Survey of Broadcasting, and we had to write an original radio drama, and he said, I'll put you in your groups around the end of March, the beginning of April, and that's when you'll start working on it. But I was so enthused about it, I immediately got an idea and I went straight into the writing process, formatting it and everything. And by the time we were assigned to our groups, I only had like one scene left to do, and they loved it, and so it worked out, and so yeah.
And I've always liked movies. I've wasted a lot of my life on television, so I figured I might as well give back to the industry.
It was fun, and then I got into the television and film class. Oh, I loved that so much. I did a couple music videos and a short film, and I love the process. I love it all. I'm
doing RTVF, and I'm minoring right now in creative writing, but the way it's looking, I'm probably actually going to wind up minoring in film.
My major is the advertising and public relations side of it, and my minor is the radio, television, and film.
The earliest movie? Oh, crap.
Well, I don't exactly know where I'll be working, but I definitely plan on being a little bit of an entrepreneur by, I don't think I said that right, but it sounded weird.
So, I grew up in a tiny little town in North Carolina. And in this tiny little town in North Carolina, there was a tiny little movie theater. And I remember, God, it was probably like 1996, 1995, 1996. There was a movie called All Dogs Go to Heaven.
What I want to do is do wedding videos on the side, wedding videography.
And I swear to you, I made my mother drag me to that movie theater to watch All Dogs Go to Heaven probably about 20 times.
Me and my uncle did a video for my cousin whenever he got married back in September. The best thing ever.
And that was also the first time that I was probably traumatized as a child too, because it was still on film at the time. And during the scene, I don't know, it's like there's an abandoned house and there's a dog and he's in the abandoned house. Anyway, like the film just burned up. It melted. It freaked me out as a kid.
I'm a huge romantic person. I'm all about the romance, and so to be able to use my skills with a video camera and my creative skills and make somebody happy and be around all that, love, whatnot, it was wonderful. It was the dream come true. So I want to keep going with that.
But like looking back on it, that was like my first peek behind the curtain of like, oh hey man, this is totally not magic at all. So I guess that's partially to blame for why I'm here too. Awesome.
That was a really long explanation of it, but
totally fine.
But I'm completely in love with it.
Not long after my All Dogs Go to Heaven fixation, I got hooked on watching Pulp Fiction at the age of like 8 or 9, which is really bad. No, I don't. I might not have been that young. I can't really remember. I want to say it was. I was around that age. But God, I've probably seen Pulp Fiction 1,000 times, and I can quote every single miserable line you could imagine from that movie.
Well, I'm going to have to get my name out there somehow, advertise for what I do, and I think the goal really is to just be able to work somewhere and do the wedding stuff on the side. So anywhere I work, I'm going to be able to bring something new to the table for them, have a new way to advertise for them, and that's something that they don't see often, so obviously they're going to pay me for it.
But because of that, I went on to watch like Reservoir Dogs and Jackie Brown and both Kill Bills, which are both phenomenal. I don't care what anybody says. The second one's a little lacking, but it's, whatever. Haven't seen Hateful Eight. Want to see Hateful Eight? Haven't seen it yet. It's been out for 2 years now.
Even if I'm jumping from job to job, as long as I get to do the wedding videos, I'll be happy.
Okay. And what crush do you think the collaboration is?
Oh gosh, Harry Potter movies, hands down.
All of them?
All of them.
Every single one of them?
Every single one of them.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Yes.
Okay.
But especially, probably the sixth one is my favorite. Either the third or the sixth. It's always a toss-up between those because I love Sirius Black, but I also love Ginny and Harry getting together. So it's like I'm torn between the two, but they're both really good movies.
How long do we have?
I am such a romantic. It's awful. I love The Notebook, Time Traveler's Wife, Safe Haven, all that Nicholas Sparks stuff. It's kind of a problem.
I don't think you're alone.
I have very high expectations for men because of those movies.
Well, a lot of...
What is your favorite music? 3 minutes. I'm glad you know.